All right, so today we're going to be going over measurement conversion. So we're going to be converting units. So if we look here on the first example, it says convert 88 pints into quarts. So we're going to go ahead and look at our formula chart. And we're looking for pints and quarts. So here we see 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. So this is how we start. Start 88 pints. We are converting to quarts. So in order for us to convert to quarts, we're going to multiply it times, and then we're going to put pints on bottom so that they cancel each other out. And we're going to put quarts on top. So they do give you the abbreviation for each one, just in case you weren't sure. And then they tell us 1 quart, so 1 goes on the top, is equal to 2 pints. So 2 goes on the bottom with the pints, and then we go ahead and simplify. So these pints cancel each other out because you have 1 on top and 1 on bottom, and all we're left with is the quarts. Okay, then we multiply the top. So 88 times 1 is 88, and then on the bottom we have here is a 2. So 88 divided by 2 gives us 44 quarts. That's it. So let's go ahead and try the next one. It says convert 5 liters into gallons. So we are looking for liters and gallons. So let's see, it tells us here 1 gallon is 3.785 liters. So I'm going to go ahead and write 5, and then the abbreviation for liters is a capital L. And so we are trying to cancel out the liters. So liters are going to go on the bottom, and the gallons are going to be on the top. So if we look at our conversion chart, it says 1 gallon. So the 1 goes on top, and then 3.785 liters. And then the liters cancel with the liters, and we multiply the top. So 5 times 1 is 5 gallons. And then on the bottom, I have 3.785. And so in our calculators, we're going to go ahead and divide 5 divided by 3.785. And that gives us 1.32. And our units are gallons. All right, the next one. It says convert 14 fluid ounces into cups. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at my formula chart, and we're looking at fluid ounces and cups. So fluid ounces and cups is up here. 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. Okay, so I'm going to write down here. We have 14, and the abbreviation for fluid ounces is FLOZ. We want to cancel out the fluid ounces, so that's going to go on the bottom. And then we're trying to change it into cups, so the C is going to go on top. And so it tells us here 1 cup, so the 1 goes on top, equals 8 fluid ounces, so the 8 goes on bottom. Okay, so 14 times 1 is 14. The fluid ounces cancel each other out, so we just have cups. On the bottom, we just have the 8, and 14 divided by 8 is going to give us 1.75 cups. All right. The next one, it says convert 7 inches into feet. It is not in our formula chart, but we should know that there are 12 inches in a foot. In this one, it does give us what to round to. It says round to the nearest hundredth. So we're going to go ahead and set up 7 inches. We are converting into feet, so we want to cancel out the inches, and we know 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. So we do 7 times 1 is 7. The inches cancel each other out, so it's 7 feet divided by 12. So we go ahead and do 7 divided by 12 and round to the nearest hundredth, and that gives us 0.58 feet. Okay. Now some level 2 questions of conversion. So we're going to have an extra step here. So it says convert 4 ounces into kilograms. So if we look here, the only place I see ounces here is right there, but it's equal to 28.35 grams. And then here is 1,000 grams, and we know 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. So we're going to have 2 steps on here. Okay, so if we look here, we have 4 ounces. So I'm going to put here 4 ounces is OZ times. Okay, we know that we're trying to cancel out the ounces, so the ounces will go on the bottom and the top will go grams. Okay, 1 ounce is equal to 28.35 times. Okay, Then we're trying to cancel out the grams because we don't want grams, we want kilograms. So here's grams. We know 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and solve. So these ounces cancel each other out, the grams cancel each other out, and all we have left is the kilograms. Okay, and then we're going to multiply the top one. So we're gonna multiply 4 times 28.35 times 1, and that is going to give us 113.4 divided by, and then we multiply the bottom one, so we have 1 and 1,000. That is going to give us 1 times 1,000 is 1,000. We go ahead and divide 113.4 divided by 1,000, and that gives us 0.11. It says to the nearest hundred, so it's going to stay as 0.11 kilograms. Okay, the next one, it says convert 500 kilograms into ounces. So now we're going backwards. We're going from kilograms to grams and grams to ounces. So let's go ahead and see what we start with. We have 500 kg, but we don't want the kg. We want to cancel it out. So here I'm going to put kg. And then let's see. We know 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. Okay, but we don't want the grams either, so we're going to put the grams on bottom, and here it says 28.35 grams is equal to 1 ounce. So the ounce goes on top, and we're ready to solve. So here we have kilograms cancels with kilograms, grams cancels with grams, and then we have 500 times 1,000 times 1. That's going to give us 500,000. And then ounces is on the top. On the bottom, we have 1 times 28.35, which gives us 28.35. And then in our calculators, we go ahead and do 500,000 divided by 28.35, and that gave us 17,636.7. But they want us to round to the nearest whole number, so this would round to 637. And then our units are ounces. Okay, and the last example. So it says convert 6,900 seconds into weeks, round your answer to the nearest hundred. So we don't have what weeks is equal to here, so we're going to have to figure this out on our own. Okay, so we're starting off with 6,900 seconds. Okay, so we're going to go to our next measurement. So from seconds, it goes to minutes. So we know that we're trying to cancel out the seconds, so that's going to go on the bottom, and on the top is going to go minutes. Okay, so we know 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. Okay, now we're going to go minutes to the next up is going to be hours. So we know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Okay, now from hours we go to days. So we know we're trying to cancel out the hours because we don't want hours, so hours is going to go on the bottom, and on the top is going to go days. So there are 24 hours in 1 day. We're almost there up to weeks, okay? And then we want weeks. So we're going to cancel out the days, and the weeks is going to go on the bottom. So how many days are there in a week? So there are 7 days in 1 week, okay? So if we see the seconds cancels with this one, the minutes cancel, the hours cancel, the days cancel, and all we have is weeks. Okay, on the top, we're going to do 6,900 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, and that gives us 6,900. On the bottom, we're going to have to do 60 times 60 times 24 times 7. So 60 times 60 times 24 times 7. That gives us 604,800. Okay, so we're going to take 6,900 and divide it by 604,800. And they want us to round to the nearest hundredth, which is 2 decimal places. So 0.01 weeks. And that's it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank